What's up everybody and welcome to another Gear Check episode. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to take your videos and give them that extra oomph by using 3-point lighting. Now 3-point lighting, also called cinematic lighting, is where you use 3 lights: key light, fill light and a backlight to properly, light up your subject and give your video a nice essence. Now the benefit of using 3-point lighting or cinematic lighting, I'm just calling it cinematic lighting. Now the benefit of using cinematic lighting for your video work is that it gives you really nice videos. Why is that? Because when you use 3-point lighting with a key light, a fill light and a backlight, you basically expose your subject beautifully from all angles, and at the end of the day you have a video that has that much more production value, and at the end of the day that makes your videos come out a lot better. So today I'm going to show you how to set it up and how you can take your videos to the next level. So the first light we're going to be talking about is, of course, the key light. Now the key light is the main light that's going to be used to highlight your subject, and it's one that's going to be coming from left side. It depends on where you're shooting and how much space you have, but I usually like to put it on my left side because preference. So as you can see, I have my key light directly 45 degrees from the subject, which in this scenario, if I'm sitting here, I'm going to have your key lights in this direction, and this is the first and main light that you're going to use to light your subject. Now because it's used to light your subject, I usually like to go for about half the power, so maybe 50 to around 45%, and that's because you don't want to burn the eyes. Like, you don't want someone to feel like the glare is really hitting the eyes. So yeah, after you set up your key light, we move to the fill light. Now the fill light is a secondary light that's going to be used to light your subject. Now the purpose of the fill light, as you can see, is to basically take the light coming out of the key lights and eliminate any shadows that may be, foreshadowing on an individual's face. Because the key light is one light, and because it's slightly more strong and more concentrated towards the individual, I'm going to want to make sure that there are no shadows forming around the face, on the chin, and that's basically just the point of the fill light. It's really a bit further back, as you can see in our setup, and if you can, always find a way to diffuse your fill light. When you diffuse the fill light using either a softbox or a diffuser plate, what it does is it basically diffuses the light and it softens around a subject, and by that you create and eliminate any shadows on the individual. Now the other light we're going to be talking about today is this. This is, of course, not the backlight. The backlight's purpose is to basically create, like, let's say, a light halo or a light outline around your subject, and that basically makes them be separated from the background. That's the point of a backlight. Now, because I've explained what these lights do, I'm going to start removing them one by one so that you can see just the difference that it makes. Starting, of course, with the backlight. So as you guys are going to see, the comparison of the side by side from what I had shot earlier and the way it looked when we started the video and now is significantly different. The difference is, as you can see, without a backlight, a lot of me or me as a subject, I basically fall back into place with the background, and it just, it doesn't create a nice separation. So as you can see, it's a key difference between those two lights. That is the beauty of the backlight. Second light I'm going to remove is the fill light. Okay, so as you can see, the light that's hitting me right now is only the light from the key light, the main light we talked about first. And as you can see, just how much of a difference that fill light makes. Now because it's meant to diffuse and eliminate the shadows around your subject, now that only one light lighting me, you can see it has very, very harsh shadows because this light is directly falling on my face. So that means that I have a lot of, darkened shadows on my neck, around my nose, around my eyes, and that again is not an ideal situation. So let me kill the key light and leave only the fill light and the backlight so that you see the key difference. As you can see, because the fill light is a bit further back than the key light, and because it is at a lower power level than the key light, the light that's falling on me is diffused and it's softened, but as you can see, it still casts a lot of shadows, and the outline of my face is kind of blurry, and that's the difference between now having a perfectly lit background. So you can see the purpose of a fill light and you can see the purpose of a backlight, and now I'm going to put back on the key light so that you can see just how much the image improves. There you have it. Now that the key light is on, the fill light is back on, and the backlight is on again, you can see just how much of a difference the setup looks. Now I'm going to add a little bonus for anyone and everyone out there, be it a content creator or professional videographer, a YouTuber or a vlogger. I'm going to show you the beauty in the lights I have behind me. That's what I call ambience lights. Now there are two lights behind me. These two are the Nanlite Power Tubes. Honestly, one of my favorite lights ever since I found out about them, because these lights are basically ambience lights. So if you're a YouTuber, a vlogger, a content creator, these two lights, although small, create a huge difference in giving your set or your background that much more ambience. It gives it something, you know, more something different, vibrance. It just creates a really nice ambience for your videos. So as you can see, so yeah, so always remember that if you're gonna set up ambience lights, don't let them be too obvious, but let them be just enough for you to add that little bit more to your video and give it that extra spice. So there you have it, 3-point lighting in a nutshell. Now, if again you are in the market for any of the lights we've talked about today, those being Tolifo LED lights and then like Pavo tubes, of course, by all means, come by Cameras Africa, because we're always here to help, always have stock, and at the end of the day, always here to help. That being said, I'll see you soon.